Hey guys, it's Ashley from Bookaholics Anonymous, and this is another book talk with the book Pride by, which I know I'm totally going to say her name wrong, Zoboi. I'm pretty sure I said that name wrong, but so yeah, this is a Pride and Prejudice remix, which I'm going to say that I can't compare this story to Pride and Prejudice because I've never actually read that story. I haven't read really any of the classics, which I need to change. I'm pretty sure I have it in like a bind up somewhere on my shelf, but I don't remember. So yeah, I can't really compare them, but I can tell you what I thought about the remix. So it's basically about this girl named, I call her Zuri. I'm pretty sure that's not how you say her name because I think that she tried to tell somebody how to say it and that's not how it is. But that's how I'm going to say it because I like that name. And that's what it kind of sounds like to me. So anyways, it's about Zuri, who is, I believe, half Haitian? I think it's half Haitian and half Latina, if I'm not mistaken. And her growing up in her neighborhood in New York, I believe. And just her, like I said, her growing up in her neighborhood, and then this family that moves into kind of this rundown house who kind of well, it's not a house, it's like a mansion, but it's run down. But they move in to kind of build it and redecorate and just make it all out to, be fancy and stuff. And they are the Darcys, and they have 2 sons and a daughter. So it's basically a story about Zuri and her sisters and the Darcy boys. And I will say that, I I really loved, like, the family dynamics in the story because everybody was, like, they were all there. She had her 4 or 5 sisters. She had her mom and her dad. She had her friends. She had the whole neighborhood was basically family to Zuri. And she had, like, I think it was Madrina, who was, like, the person who owned the building that they lived in, the landlord. And so it was just so full of people who cared about each other and family and the friendships and family ships. And I just really enjoyed that part because you don't see that a whole lot in the YA world, really. You always seem to have an absent parent or no parents or just, I don't know. It's nice to have that feeling of everyone there. And then also, and then with the Darcy family, again, you have the whole family. You have the mom and the dad, the sister, the 2 brothers, and you even have their grandmother in the story somewhere. And even though she's snooty and rude as can be, you still have it. And that's a really great thing to show in YA. So I will give it props for that. I really enjoyed that part of that aspect of the book. And so yeah, and so when the Darcys move in, you're thinking, oh Lord, this is going to be, one of them is going to fall in love with one of the girls is going to fall in love with one of the boys, and just, it's going to be one of those kind of cliche moments in the book, which eventually, yes, that's what we get. And I could tell that sooner or later, Zuri was going to fall for one of the Darcy boys. It's going to happen. I don't care how much she says she hates them, how much she doesn't want to look at their face, how much she dogs on them or whatever. It's going to happen, dude. It's going to happen. But before it happens with her, it's her sister Janae that falls for the older brother, which, yeah, whatever, that's good, I guess. But you're gonna have her sisters, and you're going to have his brother telling him that it's not a good match and that she's only going after him for the money and all this nonsense, and just, it's going to end in heartbreak. You could already tell. I mean, it's kind of the thing, right? So yeah, but that's one thing that I just, like, I don't know. But you got Zuri, who, she's an okay character. I mean, I'm not gonna say that I enjoyed her, but I enjoyed that she was her own person. I mean, she did her own thing whether anyone else liked it or not. She wanted to help her. She wanted to help her family. She wanted to help her neighborhood. She wants to see them, you know, become something, and just, she was very outspoken, very confident in that way, I guess, and just definitely knew what she wanted. And then she kind of met this other dude who went to the Darcy's school named Warren, and she kind of, in a way, fell for him because she didn't know everything about him, but she did kind of judge she did judge the Darcy boys. She did judge Warren just because he was more like her and more street than the Darcy boys. She kind of went for him, I want to say. And it's just, you can't judge a person. You can't do that because you don't know their story. You don't know what they've done in their life, and you don't know their truth, I guess. I've been around my husband a little too long, listening to him talk about stuff, so I'm just like, and it's weird because when I read books, they seem to kind of go with what he talks about. It's so weird to me. Maybe, I don't know. But I will say that I didn't like the Darcy boys either when we first met them. Darius? Yeah. The Ainsley and Darius were the brothers, and I was like Zara, I kind of judged them before I got to read their story or know their story, and they just seemed like complete rich, snotty douchebags. Forgive me. Because Ainsley he tried to, be friendly, and he was, and Janae liked him for that, and, they were kind of together. But his younger brother, Darius, was not too forthcoming with who he was or anything. He just kind of stayed in the back and just let them kind of judge him, and he should have said, hey, this is me, but his story wasn't meant to be told at that time, I guess, so he waited. And he waited until the right moment to kind of explain to Zuri why Warren was not the person she thought he was either. And after Darius went and told her that, I kind of grew more fond of him, and I guess, and just like there's little things along the way that made me fall for Darius. He was a sweet guy, and he tried to be, and then there were times when he was how Zuri saw him, and he was trying to be somebody who he wasn't, or who Zuri thought he wasn't, I guess you could say. I'm not really sure. Like at the party, but you know what? When you're around people, you tend to kind of change in who they see you as, I guess. Maybe, I don't know. But yeah, I mean, all in all, I guess it was okay. I'm not gonna say I didn't like it. I'm not gonna say I loved it. It was just an okay read for me. But other people who like the Pride and Prejudice story might like it a whole lot more or less. I don't know. But there was nothing wrong with the characters. They were good, and like I said, the family thing was probably the best part of the story, and I really loved it. And I loved Zuri's parents because he was like her dad's, working 2 or 3 or like 2 jobs, I think, and still wants to see his kids become something, and he's watching his girls and protects them and doesn't want people around them and all this. And then you got their mom, who's like a mom to the whole block and just cooks like for the whole block and all this. So it was great. It was definitely great. So yeah, do you have any questions? Let me know, and I will see you guys next time.